Hello everyone, and welcome again to a new lesson of Microsoft Excel powered by Smallhead Big Wisdom. Today we are gonna talk about sheets, how to copy, how to rename, how to change their colors, etc. So I'm gonna start by entering some basic information, for instance, first name, last name of two people. Rose, Smith, Paul, Williams. So by default, Excel creates only one sheet and we can rename by double click on the existing name. For instance, I want to enter information for January. So January. So I can copy this sheet by holding the control key and with left click drag and drop. Let's show here, hold control with left click, just drag to the right and drop the mouse first and then control. So by default it assigns this name, so I can change it, double click, or I can also right click and then choose rename, and I want to rename as February. So as you can see, they are totally identical. So I can change the color of the tabs here. So right click, tab color, I can give red, and February, right click, tab color, I can give blue. So it has. If I want to remove, let's add another one. I'm gonna copy, hold control, left click, drag and drop. I'm gonna give March, and by default it gives the previous color from the sheet that I just copied from. So now I want to remove the color to all of them. So click on the first one, hold control, click on February, click on March, release control. After that, right click, tab color and no color, and it's removed the color of all of them. Okay, so now let's how to insert rows in this sheet January. For instance, click on rows, right click and insert. It inserts the whole row. Or I can also highlight two with the left click, drag and drop, release the mouse, right click and insert. It inserts two rows. Okay, so now I can delete the three. Here on the numbers, it's not here, but on the numbers, in order to highlight the whole rows, so right click and delete. Automatically understand that I want to delete the entire rows. If I highlight the whole three sheets that I have here, so hold control, click on February, click on March and release. If I insert two rows here, right click, insert, look what happens here. Automatically inserting all the three sheets that I have, January, February, March, because I highlighted all of them. So the same for the columns. I can click on A or right click directly, insert to the left. If I want to insert one column between B and C, so just click on right click on C and insert. Okay, and this is the same for removing, deleting. Right click, delete. Highlight 2 and 3, right click and delete. Right click and delete. So imagine that I have empty in February, empty cells in March as well, and I want to copy from this sheet January, highlight, copy, go to February and paste or enter. So it copies automatically. But when you have a lot of information here, it's much easier to copy the whole sheet and just rename it. So for instance, I can also, let's delete these two, delete, and I just can copy the whole and just rename it, whatever name ever you want. So this is to have identical information and then modify with just some specific cells changes. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you for watching and see you soon at Small Head, Big Wisdom.